Hey, now I felt inspired to share some insights on what we call contentment, the state of being, which is one of the highest virtue that we can achieve while living here. But I just want to clarify that contentment does not come from our belongings, our achievements, or some kind of fulfillment of certain conditions. Contentment is really a state of being where we realize the truth of reality as directly as we can. The more deeply we penetrate into the actuality of reality, the more natural bliss, contentment we feel. So, there are various levels that we can see in our world of that contentment. For example, some people are truly content with their simple lifestyle. They not necessarily spiritual or seeking some kind of higher truths of reality, but they just mastered their art. They live harmoniously with the system in which they are in. They come into terms with their life, and then we can sense that radiance of natural contentment from those people. And I found that there are not many such people, but there are people who just in their own place, they found their own integral place in this matrix of experience. We appreciating where we are at in their soul's journey, even without knowing that in those terms. But some people are just faking that contentment, and it is called complacency, when we are sort of satisfied with our created comfort zone, but we are actually deep inside suffering. So then we need to honor that suffering, because many of us know that suffering is the fuel for our evolution, our spiritual awakening, exactly for that awakening into a deeper truth of reality, which is inseparable from true freedom, happiness, and contentment. So I encourage us all, whenever we feel like something is off, then honor that seeking impulse inside of us, and then just go deeper into your direct experience, not outside. You will not achieve contentment by accumulating things from seemingly outside of your body. Just go deeper inside, beyond all that you know. Only then, when you let go, when you leave everything you know, and just being there in that space, in that intimacy of your direct experience, then that truth, that naked truth, naturally starts to reveal itself, and yes, and it becomes your first-hand experience, and it will naturally transform and shift your deepest understanding of reality. You will find that your consciousness is not trapped in matter, but actually all the matter is elusive and volatile content of your consciousness. And when you are meditating upon your pure consciousness, yes, it expands, and then you will find unity, that there is actually one consciousness, one divine beingness that encompasses all, everything. And that field of beingness, consciousness, is blissful. It is whole, it is natural fulfillment to be in that state of consciousness, in that unity consciousness. So, yeah, whenever you suffer, just acknowledge that, honor that, and see the seeking impulse, see the desire that builds up in your suffering and all the situations for which you create that suffering, when you are not feeling satisfied with your life and with this societal life in general. So it is very, very healthy to honor that and use that to find that deeper truth that transcends all of those conditions. And then from that space, when you see that it is like a dream and you are beyond this dream, then comes empowerment, then comes the phase of integration, because from that spacious awareness and freedom and happiness, you can then bring those qualities more into your everyday relative human life. You then find the solutions, how to make those situations better. And yes, and those solutions comes from abundance, not from lack. If you are feeling like you need to reconnect with that innate abundance of our nature, of our true reality beyond illusions, beyond forms, beyond limitations. And yes, and only from that space, all solutions, all the service naturally comes in. But also you need to allow that. You don't need to separate your transcendence from immanence. Ultimately, those two states need to exist side by side in one infinite loop of exchange. Yeah, it is always a relationship between finite and infinite. So if you find some kind of limiting beliefs that separate those, that block this communication, then yes, you need to dissolve those limitations again in that unity consciousness that flows through everything. So, in general, I feel like I shared what I wanted to share now, and of course, we can always go deeper with that, exploring that, and embodying that. So, for that, I am also open for my private sessions, and also I also always welcome all the comments, all the responses, all the questions that arises for me. So feel free to reach out, and thank you very much. Take care and see you soon.